Richside K9 guys. All right, we're coming to you with Miss Emily, we have Miss Shannon, and we have dueling sibling border collies. All right, what does this mean? These dogs have gotten into a fight multiple times. They'll fight at the drop of a hat. They fight at the presence of any stimulus of any kind at all. They've went at each other multiple times, etc., etc. So how do we handle this, guys? If we have two dogs that will fight, they're going to stay in the same house. How do we handle this? The first question is, if they've had multiple dog fights in the home, why can they stay here under control without targeting, without launching, without communicating, and just stay neutral? Okay, the reality is this, guys. These guys can easily live together at the house if and only if structure, routine, consistency, focusing on neutrality, focus on stability, limiting any stimulus that they can cause to have a disruption between them. What's that mean? Two dogs, one ball, dog fight. Two dogs, one piece of food, dog fight. Two dogs, one owner giving affection, dog fight. Two dogs bumping into each other in a threshold, dog fight. How do we stop that? Okay, the biggest frustration for owners is that during training, we can accomplish this behavior very quickly. Yes, we have a trainer. Yes, we have a trainer. Yes, the dogs are on equipment. And yes, the dogs are on place. But why does that have to be different when the dogs are home? Why can't we have the same level of absolute control? The dogs are cleaning themselves, licking themselves, they're going to sleep. None of this is a big deal. They're not being abused right now, but we're also not letting them try to kill each other. All right, guys, so again, they're on place. Emily has been training this border collie. Emily, what kicks this dog into drive?
Yeah, for Royce, it's pretty much anything that moves, anything that has movement with sound especially, definitely kicks him up into drive and loses focus pretty quickly, which transfers over to his brother pretty fast.
Very much so. What are you doing right now to keep him this neutral, this calm, to where he's going to sleep, not targeting his brother, not freaking out about all the dogs training behind him? What are you doing to keep him on place right now? How did you set this up?
Yeah, obviously a lot of practice and repetition, starting small and pushing our limits as he gets better and better, but reinforcing any type of targeting, any increase in excitement or nipping before it gets to the point where he's lunging or breaking focus.
Okay, so just to clarify, if you keep him under control, on task, on equipment, he's fine. Yep. And if we're not keeping him under control, on task, engaged, or on equipment, where should he be?
In the kennel.
In the kennel. Because a border collie like this, a highly driven, working line border collie that's not on a farm, that's living at home with his sibling, they got a lot of damn energy. So it's control, yes, but it's also a matter of managing the dog and setting the dog up for success, keeping him either on task, under control, engaged, stimulated. But if he's not, the dog needs to be in the kennel. All right, and here we have Miss Shannon, and Shannon is training the other part of this border collie. Sometimes it works good to have one trainer train both dogs, but in this case, it's not really feasible with the level of reactivity. Guys, don't get it twisted. I know this sounds crazy. We're not looking at two pit bulls. We're not looking at two mastiffs, but these two dogs will fight at the drop of a hat if given the chance. Shannon, what are you doing right now to keep this dog on place, controlled, calm, neutral, stable? Got a little scratch right there. How did you set this up, and what are you doing to the dog right now? What number is he on? How's he responding? Everything.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, like Emily said, a lot of practice comes into this, but a lot of managing their behavior while they're on place. So if we see any targeting between the two, we might bump a low-level sim or vibrate to kind of keep them on task to what they're doing.
Okay, cool. All right, so between Emily and between Miss Shannon, who have both been training dogs for a number of years and have done hundreds of boarding trains between them, if we all left right now, the three of us, and we just take the equipment off the dogs, as in just take their collar off, take their leash off, let them have nothing on, and we start bouncing a ball, we throw one ball or a handful of food, how long will it take these two dogs to get into a physical fight?
1 second.
1 second, exactly. All right, guys, and that's just what happens when you're dealing with working dogs. It's very difficult to have siblings, same age, high drive breeds that require a lot of exercise and a lot of engagement. If you're not providing that, they will provide it to themselves. All right, so in closing, can you have two dogs like this? Absolutely. Is it easy to live with two dogs like this? No. Do you have to manage your time, structure your household, manage the household, change things you were doing, acknowledge that you're not living with two, Bichons or two Chihuahuas? Yes, but if you can make those subtle changes and just understand, have fun with the dogs, live with the dogs, engage with the dogs, train the dogs, let them out under supervision, do all these things. But if you're not doing that, and you're leaving them to make their own decisions or their own entertainment, they need to be in a crate. All right, guys, we're gonna show a quick drill, right? We're gonna all three leave the room, but before we leave the room, they're gonna reaffirm the command multiple times. So you can see, even leaving, coming, going, leaving, arriving, departing, whatever the hell you wanna do, you're still responsible for the dog's behavior based on the stimulus of you coming and going. So watch how this is done. They're gonna reinforce it, they're gonna leave, I'm gonna leave with them, the door's gonna close, and they should, hopefully, stay there and not fight. Let's see.
Place. Please.
All right, guys, nobody's in the room. So again, these are battling brothers, battling siblings, guys, and leaving under control, under guidance, maintaining structure, maintaining consistency. We don't have a fight. This would have been a fight instantaneously last time when training just started. Really good damn work. Guys, I say this a lot. A pack that moves together doesn't fight. There's always an outlier, but they shouldn't. Movement is medicine for aggression. It always is. One of the drills you can actually do is to have two dogs on a treadmill that have a issue. Use safety, guys. Use a barrier, use a block, whatever, but they're past at this point. And have them walking next to each other for long durations of time. They're starting to work in the mental picture of a new conditioned response to movement from the other dog. This is very beneficial to work battling dogs, to work that mess out of them. So again, guys, prior to training, any kind of stimulus whatsoever would kick these two brothers into a dog fight. There's a decent amount going on behind them. Turnover over there, a lot of dogs out, a couple dogs talking to them. Movement is medicine for aggression.